I found myself dreaming in silver and gold, like a scene from a movie that every broken heart knows. We were walking on moonlight and you pulled me close. Split second and you disappeared, and then I was all alone. I woke up in tears with you by my side, breath of relief, and I realized no, we're not promised tomorrow. So I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna hold you like I'm saying goodbye. Wherever we're standing, I won't take you for granted, 'cause we'll never know it when we'll run out of time. So I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you. I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you.
In the blink of an eye, just a whisper of smoke, you could lose everything. The truth is you never know. So I'll kiss you longer, babe.
Para finalizar la unión entre Giovanni Luna y Maritza Wedding. Ustedes como invitados son muy dichosos porque tienen la oportunidad de estar en este enlace matrimonial. We're gathered here today to witness the marriage of Giovanni and Maritza. They are here to profess their mutual love for one another and are grateful for your presence. They will both accept to continue to share their dreams and make them a reality. Matrimony is commented to be honorable among all men. For that reason, I must ask if any person here today can show just cause as why this couple may not be joined together. Please speak now or forever hold your peace. Yo lo voy a decir en español. Si alguien tiene un impedimento para que esta boda no se realice, que hable ahora o calle para siempre. Muy bien, todos los quieren. Heavenly Father, we ask you at this moment to be with us in this moment where Maritza and Giovanni enter into this holy marriage. Let us rejoice in their happiness and their union. May your loving presence continue to remain with us, and may we reflect your spirit of love and kindness. Amen. Now your union is not a new one, but what you will be doing today is joining in marriage, and now God will be able to bless you. A lot of people think that they're getting married by a civil person like me, but that doesn't mean that God didn't create marriage. And for that reason, it has a plan, a very specific plan, and it's to change your life for the better. In this new union, God willing, He'll give you children. And when you have your children, you're going to be able to raise them, knowing that you're going to protect them with all the love that you have today. And you're going to continue to love each other for that same reason. So your children can see a perfect example about what two people that love each other can raise. And that will be good children, not just for your family, but also for their community. At this time, join hands, you will see that you will be joined together spiritually. Also, please take a minute to look at each other's hands. These are the hands of your best friend. They are holding yours on your wedding day as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, but also forever. Maritza, estas son las manos de tu amo, fuertes y llenas de amor. These are the hands that will work alongside you to build your future. These are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you through the years, and with the slightest touch, will comfort you like no other. Giovanni, estas manos de tu amada te amarán apasionadamente y te ayudarán también a tener hijos y a crearlos. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need it. Y algún día, si Dios los bendice, también tendrán nietos, porque es lo que espero para ustedes, que tengan un largo matrimonio. Ustedes tienen que saber que ya no van a estar solos, porque ahora va a estar Dios con ustedes. Y cualquier problema que tengan, se lo van a dar a Él para que Él lo enfrente. As covenant partners, you are to nurture your relationship. Your marriage will grow as you build each other in love. Now today I'm going to ask you something about him. Do you happen to know what his love language is? Yes. Do you happen to know what her love language is? Okay, good. So there's books for that. There's a specific book, and I'm only asking you because the world gives us different types of love. The books that are popular for that is the 5 languages of love. And number 1 is The gifts. If you like to receive gifts, then that's your love language. Number 2 would be words of affirmation. If you like to hear kind words, then that's how you receive love. Number 3, it's acts of services. If he would like to receive, or would like for you to cook him his favorite meal, then you know that acts of services are can win him over. But if you're wasting your time by giving him, words of affirmation and that's not what he wants, then that's why you're supposed to find out what he wants. There's also physical touch. I don't have to explain it, you both know what that is. So from this day forward, I would ask you to buy the book or just try and ask her what she perceives as love. That way you don't waste your time buying her expensive gifts, Louis Vuitton purses. Although I'm pretty sure she'll like it. But the Bible does tell us different types of love. La Biblia nos habla de 5 tipos de amores más diferentes de lo que el mundo dice. La Biblia nos dice de Eros. El tipo de amor Eros es apasionado. Y eso quiere decir que ustedes se van a querer los primeros 5 años. Cualquier cosa que hagan uno u otro no importa, porque se quieren físicamente. Pero a través de los años la dopamina ya no está. And once that dopamine leaves, the Eros love leaves. But the Bible tells us that if you continue to love and respect your wife, you can have that type of love forever. Proverbs 5:18 tells us, "May your fountain be blessed, and may you rejoice in the wife of your youth always." And I'm glad this is your first marriage, and I hope it is your last marriage. That way you continue to build trust and be faithful to each other, so you'll always have that type of Eros love. Number 2 is storge love. This Greek word describes family love. This is the type of love that Miriam had for her brother Moses. Cuando Moisés estaba en el río, su hermana lo quería tanto, su hermana Miriam, que ella lo siguió con su mirada y físicamente también lo persiguió. Porque ella quería mirar a dónde iba, porque lo quería de una manera storage, que quiere decir que ella guardaba a su familia en lo más alto. Y cuando ustedes tengan una familia para sí mismos, así también tienen que querer a sus hijos y a ustedes mismos. Lo tercero es también el amor que las personas tienen con sus amigos. Ese es el amor filial. Filial love is a friendship type of love. Now this means that just because you're married, you don't have to be with each other every single minute of the day. You also have friends. You have good-looking friends, beautiful friends. But that doesn't mean you get to go to the clubs with them anymore. He's yours. So this is where you have to be. You have to put your ego aside, and you have to know that sometimes he is going to have a best friend that he's going to have to go out with, and you might feel a little lonely. But just remember, if he's with you all the time, it's going to be boring. And the same for you. He doesn't want to hear all your stories, your gossip, all that. Leave it to your friends. Go shopping with them. Just be open to having relationships till the end of your life, because friends are there for not just for a season, but they're there for the rest of your life, and it's so you can have an exciting life and not be staying home alone, being over it. If you get my drift, there's a lot of people that have been married for a long time and they're boring. You don't want to be that type of person. You want to be happy. And the last love is agape love. Now this is more of a sacrificial kind of love. Agape love usually it's at the cost of the bearer. This is the type of love that Jesus had for us when he died on the cross for our sins. But agape love is the type of love that you will have no matter what he does. And I'm not saying he's going to be unfaithful, but if he is, you'd be able to forgive him. And likewise, because a lot of people think, no, not my wife. No, the wife too. So just remember that if you truly love each other and you want to be there for the rest of your life, then you're going to have to encounter problems. But with agape love, you're going to be able to oversee them, and you're going to be able to put them to the side, because you know that the sacrifice that you're making is for the betterment of your family. Now, after hearing all of that, I'm going to go ahead and ask you 7 things that a minister usually just flies by. Number 1, do you promise to stay with each other in the good times and the bad? That's while you're still good looking and he's still good looking. That's the good times. But the bad times might be when she spends all the money. You never know. And the other times is also sickness. Now, sickness, a lot of people think, oh, who cares? She'll get over it, she'll get better. But sometimes sicknesses last for a long time. And that's when you have to show each other the true love. You have to be compassionate. You have to give each other a glass of water in the middle of the night. You're going to be the only ones who are going to be with each other. And for that reason, you must always put your feelings aside and help out your mate when she's sick. Y lo otro es también cuando tengan buena salud. La buena salud, muchas personas piensan que eso no importa. Pero cuando tienen buena salud, uno puede decidir trabajar más horas, irse de party más tiempo, porque tienen buena salud. Ustedes tienen que saber que van a tener una vida muy larga y los dos se tienen que cuidar mucho. Dios hizo el domingo para que fueran a misa, y si no van, para que se cuiden, y para que estén con su familia relajados, para empezar la nueva semana con energía. Por eso, si uno trabaja demasiado, el otro le tiene que decir que él piense en su salud y en su familia. El número 5 es de honrarse y respetarse. Ahora, la Biblia nos dice que como mujeres, nosotros somos las ayudantes a los esposos. Eso quiere decir que él tiene que tener sus propias metas. Y si él tiene metas, tú le puedes ayudar con eso. Pero si él no tiene una meta, tú como mujer te vas a frustrar. Porque como te dije, Dios dice que tú eres la ayudante. Así que por eso tú siempre tienes que tener un pensamiento de qué vas a hacer en el futuro, cómo vas a dejar, cómo vas a salir adelante con tu familia para que Él te ayude. Y es más, la familia dice que tú la tienes que amar más a ella. Tú la tienes que amar como Jesucristo amó a la iglesia. A la esposa no le dijo que lo amara al hombre. Si lo quieres mirar, míralo en la Biblia. Te dice, ay, no me quieres tanto. No, te tiene que querer tanto. Te tiene que respetar, porque el hombre necesita admiración. Y es lo que ella va a hacer contigo. Te va a admirar en frente de tus hijos para que tú siempre te sientas como el hombre de tu casa. Pero no lo puedes tratar como esclava, porque Dios los mira a los dos igual. Los dos son los seres humanos que Él creó y Él los quiere que ustedes mismos se amen de esa manera. Y luego el número 6 es la pobreza y riqueza. Nadie quiere estar ahí en la pobreza. Pero le pido a Dios que les dé dinero para que ustedes puedan ayudar a su prójimo. Y si tienen la bendición, también poder ayudar a sus familias. No hay que ser egoísta con el dinero. Si pueden dar el diezmo, háganlo para su propio bienestar. Porque Dios dice que si ustedes dan el diezmo, Él les va a dar a ustedes tesoros del cielo. Y el número 7 es si ustedes se van a permanecer fiel hasta el resto de su vida. Eso es una larga vida, están muy jóvenes. Así que tú tienes que mirar todo lo que Él está mirando en su teléfono, porque el hombre cae por lo que mira, pero la mujer cae por lo que oye. ¿Con quién está hablando ella? Tú quieres saber que ella tiene sus pláticas románticas nada más contigo. Y las personas que le tienen que dar a ella sus complementos tienen que ser tú, no otras personas. Por eso digo que tú la tienes que querer y mimar, porque eso es lo que ella necesita. Después de oír todo esto, les voy a preguntar: Gio and Maritza, ¿aceptas a Él como esposa para el resto de tu vida? In good times and in bad times, in sickness and in health, for poor or richer, to love, honor, and be faithful to Him all the days of your life? And now, do you take her to be your wife? Do you promise to be true to her in good times and in bad times, in sickness and in health, for poor or richer, to love, honor, and be faithful to her for the rest of your life?
I do.
Good. May I have the ring?
May this ring always serve as a sign of my love and fidelity.
May this ring always serve as a sign of my love and devotion. May I have the padrinos of the lasso, please? Veronica and Caesar, step forward. Este lazo representa la unión cercana entre los dos. Es el vínculo inquebrantable donde ustedes van a estar unidos para el resto de sus vidas. Ninguna tercera persona puede imponerse. Y eso quiere decir que como somos hispanos, y lo digo porque yo tengo una mamá muy metiche, quiere decir que cuando tú quieres un consejo y se lo pides a tu mamá, también se lo tienes que pedir a él. porque ustedes no pueden vivir con todos los consejos de todas las terceras personas. Ustedes ahora son dos en uno, y eso quiere decir que ustedes tienen que pensar lo que él quiere y también tú tienes que pensar lo que ella quiere. Entonces, que tu mamá quiere estar con Navidad contigo todo el día y tú quieres estar con tu familia, entonces mejor quédense ustedes dos solos, porque nosotros como hispanos siempre pensamos, ya me gané una nueva hija o ya me gané un nuevo hijo, pero en realidad ustedes van a ser su propio hogar. No quiere decir que son una isla, pero quiere decir que el amor entre ustedes es más valioso y ustedes tienen que tener eso en mente siempre. Time is our most precious commodity. Time, as we know, is something you cannot get back. That is why it's very important to use it wisely. Both of you have asked your friends and family to be here today because you will be giving each other your time from now on. A long time ago, well, not a long time ago, but it was said that in the beginning, a man and woman were created to be together. But they were alone. They were only supposed to be together because there was nobody there. But then Eve ate the apple, and that was one of the first things that happened, which created us to have sin, all of us. And when that happened, God gave us two different types of number one, it was pain when you had birth, and number two, it was going to be a desire towards your husband. That was one of the things that God gave us for eating the apple. But that doesn't mean that you're going to want to have your husband or desire him physically. That means that you're going to desire to tell him what to do and to have dominion over him. But the Bible tells us that the husband has dominion over us, and that's what causes problems. Porque ningún esposo quiere ser mandador. Pero la verdad es que las esposas siempre queremos mandar a nuestros esposos. Pero si tú le hablas a él bonito y le hablas de una forma espiritual, Maritza no salió muy inteligente. Ella decidió usar sus testigos como su hermano y la mujer de su hermano. Pero algún día van a tener problemas y tú le vas a llamar a él por un consejo. Y no nomás porque es tu hermana, le vas a dar de su lado. Acuérdate de las promesas que se hicieron ahora, y es que se van a quedar juntos, te pido a Dios por el resto de su vida. Si no tienes consejos buenos, no se los des. Tú dale consejos bíblicos que los va a ayudar. Muchas gracias. Pueden tomar asiento. Family and friends, you have now witnessed the union of Giovanni and Maritza. May you always be part of their lives and remind them of the vows they pledged today. Que su amor crezca y así sea un ejemplo de lo que debe ser un matrimonio que fue establecido por Dios. Que el Espíritu Santo los guíe ahora y siempre, en el nombre de Jesucristo. From this day forward, your top priorities is to keep your marriage intact. By the power vested in me and the state of California, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride. Si se pueden poner de pie y ayudarme a celebrar por la primera vez a los nuevos novios. Aplausos.
Slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile. But then if you're so smart, tell me, why are you still so afraid? Where's the fire? What's the hurry about? You better cool it off before you burn it out. You got so much to do and only so many hours in a day. Hey, but you know that when the truth is told, that you can get what you want or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? Slow down, you're doing fine. You can
Up next we have Brian and Casey Darmas. Cesar Rodriguez and Yesenia Rodriguez.
You have a rare gift. You can actually pause and listen. Your love and loyalty for your friends is obvious, and we appreciate you so much for it. What's even more apparent is your love for Gio. You've been together for over 10 years. Wow. Gio, I know it took some persistence and maybe a little stalking to get that first date, but look at you now. You put a ring on it. Gio, you're a kind man, a sharp dresser, funny, open-minded, and we love you for how well you treat Maritza. I have no doubt that you two will be together indefinitely and have the most incredible life filled with tons of vodka, cheesy movies, and loving eye rolls. Oh, and soccer games too. I can't wait to watch it all unfold. Rapidito en español, buenas noches, amigos y familia. Mi nombre es Sandra, soy la dama de honor y amiga de Maritza por más de 16 años. Maritza es como es una en un millón, en un mundo lleno de pesimistas y gente quejándose, es constantemente optimista y nunca tiene nada negativo que decir sobre otras personas. Tiene un don raro, puede pausar y escuchar atentamente. Su amor y lealtad por sus amigas es obvio y la apreciamos mucho. Lo que es más evidente es su amor por Gio. Han estado juntos por más de 10 años. Gio fue muy persistente para obtener la primera cita, pero mírenlo ahora, se salió con la suya. Gio, eres un hombre amable, de mente abierta, gracioso y sincero, y te queremos por lo bien que tratas a Maritza. No tengo duda que ustedes tendrán una vida increíble, llena de toneladas de vodka y juegos de fútbol. Ahora sí, todos por favor levanten sus copas. Please raise your glasses with me. Toast to the new Mr. and Mrs. Luna. We love you guys so much. Cheers!
Thank you all for being here. I want to thank first and foremost the Rodriguez family for showing so much support and love. We appreciate you for making all this possible. For the Luna family, the Hernandez family, the Lopez family, all the family, we appreciate all the friends that came out to make this possible. I just want to show and say that, you know, for making this possible, I also want to thank everybody else here. And Brian, thank you, Brian. I appreciate your presence. You know, today, I'm glad you guys join us in the celebration. To join us in this holy matrimony with two people that absolutely deserve each other. Like you said, 10 years together almost. Hopefully a lifetime, God willing, you guys deserve each other. Two spirits that absolutely belong together. Thank you so much for being here. And to witness a communion of two people that deserve each other, blessings, reminding us of what life is all about. That is to say, true love, the epitome of what life is about. The opportunity to share the life together, living these adventures, experiences, and ever so present energy that we consider love. You two have been together nearly a decade, and God willing, a foundation that can last a lifetime. At this very moment, you have become one, a whole piece together. Remember to nourish your love, respect one another at all times, even when no one's looking, right? Remember who you are, what you've worked for so hard, protect it, cherish it, nourish it, water it daily. It's up to you. Take it with you forever. Express your true feelings. Embrace it, the gift from God. You know, a beautiful wife, a loving husband. You know, I can still remember the sound of the broken windows when we were kids. You know, with a baseball landed abruptly in the kitchen, and all of us scattering to run away. You know, because you know eventually we're gonna get it. My mom was like, "Gonna get there, son. You gotta come in the house sometime." So. But we always had each other's back because nobody ever knocked anybody out. So we understood that we had each other's back. And like, hey, you know what? We did that or we're pointing fingers. But bottom line is, we were in it together. So, well, what can I say? Give me a second. All directions. Give me a second. So, having said that, I like to express what it's all about, why we're all here, right? The meaning, you know, having each other as a family. I'm glad to see all my family members here. It's been a long time since I've seen a lot of you, my cousins, you know. I'm happy to meet the Rodriguez family. You guys are awesome. You've showed a lot of support to us, you know. And ultimately, you know, we're, give me a second. Haven't done a public speech in a long time. You know. But the bottom line is this, the purpose of being here is the family and the unity, love, and hopefully the millions of memories you guys will create together, rejoice, and stitch it into our hearts, and forever encapsulate it into our souls. And so on this day, I thank you for once again reminding us what life is all about. So I want to give a toast to my brother, Giovanni, and his wife on this day. Cheers. That's all.
Los papás de Maritza gustan decir unas palabras. Los papás de Gio gustan decir unas palabras.
Que Dios los bendiga, me los ponga de bendiciones, que sea lo mejor para ellos todos que estamos aquí, la familia de Maritza, que ahora son nuestra familia y todos los que están aquí. Ustedes, muchas gracias por acompañarnos. soportarnos. Muchas gracias, que Dios me los bendiga a todos por hacer el esfuerzo. Mi familia, que son los que están allá, los de mi esposo, los de mi esposo, mis hermanas, sobrinas, mi hermana que vino de cielo a hacer posible a Giovanni, que lo cuidó de chiquito, fue su babysitter, ella tuvo el esfuerzo de venir de cielo a verlo, celebrar su matrimonio. Estamos muy felices de que toda la familia de Maritza hizo el esfuerzo de estar con nosotros, mi familia, la familia de mi esposo. Gracias a todos y a todos ustedes que están acompañándonos. Muchas gracias, que Dios me los bendiga a todos y gracias. Y a los novios, lo mejor para ellos, que Dios me los bendiga y deseamos muchas felicidades. Que Dios me los bendiga.
I just want to thank everyone. I'll do the English version. I just want to thank everyone for showing up today. I know some of us had long travels, some of us coming from Washington, some of us coming from Temecula, Pasadena, people coming from all over the place. But one of my biggest things that I always wanted to talk about when it came to getting married with Maritza was one of my biggest fears was always public speaking, being in front of large crowds. But thankfully, I've overpassed that fear. Large part because of these amazing people that I'm working with right now. Well, the community right here has helped me so much overcome that fear. That was one of the biggest reasons I never really wanted to get married, because I didn't want to be in a big crowd. I was always in a shell. But thank you for all my family and friends. I have officially finally broken out of that shell, and I feel I am the person that I've always thought I was. And once again, I thank everyone for coming tonight, and you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you so much.
Pues una vez más, copas para arriba, por favor, cups up, please. Let's find the toast for the bride and groom. Copas para arriba. Put your glasses up, please, one more time. Para arriba, para abajo, para el centro, para adentro. ¡Salud!
The pain upon